Thank you for joining me. This is an introduction to the best of US investors Nvidia daily price range projections calculator. Now, this is free service to you. Sign up anytime. You'll receive a morning email Monday through Friday during trading days. It will break down the price range for Nvidia for that given day. So let me take you through the calculator when you log in or you get your email and how to interpret it. First off, you're going to go to bestofusinvestors.com or bus13.ai. And this is where you're going to land. This is the home page. Now, once you've signed in, you're going to be able to go under free stuff. We have education, we have articles, along with stock lookup tools. It breaks down fundamentals and a couple other things. Totally free to you. But the NVIDIA daily price range projections is right here. So what you do is you click here. This is going to bring you to the daily range. Now, this is updated every evening after market close. And what you'll find is here is today, for instance, this is the 10th of November. It's a Sunday. So this is taking into account Friday, November 8th, 2024 information. First thing you're going to land on is a overall score, giving you an indication of how we feel about the price of NVIDIA. And it's based on four different factors. First of all, we want to see what trend the stock price is moving. We use 15-day and 63-day trends. Now, you may ask, why 15 days? Well, institutions trade, when they come to trading, they're trading on a 15-day period. That's basically 3 weeks overall. The 63-day is 1/4 of the year. So you take 252 trading days a year divided by 4, and you have 63-day trend. And what we want to see is one, is the stock price above the 15-day trend, meaning the momentum is moving higher? Is it also above the intermediate trend or 3-month trend? You can determine that via the 63-day trend. Now, I break those down here where each day it'll tell you if it's above or up or if it's down. And it does that for both the 15-day and 63-day period trend periods. Each one of those gets a score. Now, if it scores uh, if the price of the Nvidia stock is above 15-day trend, it gets a score of 1. If it is below the 63 or above the 63-day trend, it gets a score of 1 as well. But if they're below either one of those, they'll get a -1. So it subtracts from the overall score. Second thing I look at is option premium and discount on NVIDIA put options. The question I have, in thinking a contrarian point of view, if the market believes NVIDIA stock is going to go lower, they will hedge their position buying puts. The mechanics behind buying puts actually becomes a bullish signal. So if you see an enormous growth in vol premium, so right down here, we see that on Thursday, the 7th of November, it was at a 29% premium. Take into account Tuesday of the US presidential election, it was at 48%. So people are willing to pay 48% over and above the true value of put contracts on NVIDIA because of what they feared was whatever direction the election was going to go, which was more towards the Democratic side. But in a contrarian point of view, that's actually a bullish sign. Now, since then, on November 7th, it dropped to 29, but because the NVIDIA stock went up towards all-time highs, the premium on puts actually went up from 29 to 38% as of close of Friday's November 8th, 2024. Now, since that is a bullish signal, it's at a premium, it would got a score of 1 as well. Now, I take into account price range positioning which within the low end and the high end. And what I'm looking at here is this line here. And if the price of Nvidia gets within 1.5% or less of the low end, it actually gets a positive score of 1 because that is actually bullish. So when it gets that close, that is potentially a buying opportunity. If it gets close to the high end, which as we see here on Friday, it closed at $147.63, or a negative just below the high end of $150 with a negative 1.42%, then that is bearish. Why is that bearish? Well, taking into account all these other indicators, bearish, if the price range or price is close to the high end, there is a good chance that you're going to see some selling, basically a profit taking opportunity, and you'll see the price of Nvidia stock actually fall closer, lower to the low end, towards the low end. And I'll explain that a little bit more in this section, the comment section. Each day after market close, I actually break down what I saw in Nvidia stock. So for instance, on Friday, we saw a higher high and we saw a lower high, but it was only up 9 cents. But that was enough to change the low end move from Thursday's 134 target to 140 as of the close of Friday. So that's a move up in the lower end of that, of the price range of Nvidia. On the high end, it moved down from 151 to 150. So now we're seeing a compression starting to happen in the range of intraday trading within the low end and the high end intraday. The I-vol premium went up from 29 to 38%. And from a contrarian standpoint, that is actually a bullish sign. So what we're seeing, and I comment here, is that we're seeing a compression. But because we're so close to the high end, we're within 1.5% of the high end, it actually got a negative score, which actually gives us a total score of 2, which is a neutral position. Doesn't mean you buy it, doesn't mean you sell it, but more like hold and wait and see what direction we're going to see Nvidia go. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to get all emotional and get in and go in and buy at the high end when actually the overall direction of Nvidia's price is actually going to end up going lower. So when it's a neutral position, just be patient and hold your position. Now, I have incorporated some technical analysis as well because I grew up on technical analysis. It's what I use, and I've included the RSI, the MACD, slow stochastic as well. And I give you what if they're above in the RSI, if it's above 50, then it's a bullish sign. And I give you that the previous day's close on the RSI. On the MACD, I tell you if it's positive, neutral, or negative. And on the slow stochastics, I tell you if it's overbought, oversold. I also throw in there if it's just neutral. I include a chart from the previous day's close to give you a visual of what Nvidia's price range looks like. So if I'm right, Nvidia's price could potentially get closer to $140, which is right in that range right there. And that would be a pretty cool buying opportunity because if Nvidia continues to be strong, the overall market continues to be strong, then that's an opportunity to buy low and eventually sell high. Now, if you're an intermediate term investor or a long term investor, use this when you're adding or subtracting from your positions. What you don't want to do is buy high and have to remake that gain up. And this indicator will give you some direction on when the best time to buy within the next 15, within a 15-day trend period. Overall, this is a great indicator for you to learn and the direction and the behavior of Nvidia and when the best opportunities to buy and the best opportunities to hold and the best opportunities to sell. We really appreciate you subscribing to the Best of U.S. Investors NVIDIA daily price range projection sheet, and we look forward to offering you more services like this in the near future.